New Democrats, please welcome to the stage for our next showcase, Jagmeet Singh.
Chers amis, c'est maintenant au tour.
Dear friends, let's welcome Jagmeet Singh, our next candidate.
Bonjour tout le monde.
Hello everybody. My name is Hélène Rivière, the MP from Montreal, and I'm thrilled to be here with my colleague, my friend Jenny Kwan, all my other colleagues, and with all of you to talk about someone
Extraordinaire, Jagmeet Singh. Dès ma première rencontre avec Jagmeet, j'ai été frappée par son respect, son humilité, son humanité et son sens de l'écoute. Jagmeet, c'est quelqu'un qui non seulement parle des valeurs de solidarité, d'ouverture et de justice sociale, mais qui les incarne personnellement. C'est un politicien qui s'est donné comme défi, comme mandat, de rejoindre tout le monde, au-delà de notre base traditionnelle, et qui relève ce défi de façon absolument spectaculaire. Moi, je veux un NPD qui parle aux jeunes, qui parle aux membres des communautés culturelles, qui parle aux personnes de la diversité sexuelle, qui parle aux travailleurs, aux travailleuses, aux Québécois et aux Québécoises. Je veux un NPD qui sait parler à ceux et celles qui ne s'intéressent pas forcément à la politique ou à notre parti. Je veux un NPD qui soit vraiment à l'écoute de toutes et de tous. C'est avec Jagmeet qu'on va rejoindre ces gens-là. C'est avec Jagmeet que le NPD va grandir, qu'on va gagner les prochaines élections et qu'on va enfin pouvoir s'atteler à la tâche de bâtir un pays plus juste, plus vert et plus solidaire. Et ça, on va le faire avec Jagmeet, on va le faire avec vous tous et on va le faire avec cœur et avec courage. Merci beaucoup.
Jenny Kwan, and I'm the MP for Vancouver East. I am delighted to join with my fellow members of Parliament to support Jagmeet Singh to be the next leader of Canada's NDP. More than ever, we need Canadians to be engaged in the political process. We need it for our families. We need it for our communities. We need it for our democracy. As a New Democrat, I am so proud of our history and our accomplishments. But for us to bring it to the next phase, we need to move beyond third-party status. Our job is more than just to hold the Liberals, then the Conservatives, then the Liberals to account. Our job is to form the next federal government. That means we need a leader who can connect and engage the hearts and minds of everyday Canadians in an unprecedented way. We need a leader who can spark the interest and make our political movement relevant to them. We need someone who can ignite their inner New Democratic values. I'm supporting Jagmeet Singh, a dynamic personality who can do just that. He is genuine, he is humble, and he is so respectful. From his mother, he learned that if we lift up the people around us, we all rise. From the teachings of the elders of the First Peoples, we've learned that we are one. So friends, with love and courage, let us work together and make history. Please join me in supporting Jagmeet Singh to be the next leader of Canada's NDP.
Look how the sun now raising up, and the crowd now waking up. The atmosphere have vibes, and nothing can break it up. So let me see your hands up, so everybody know, put your hands up, so if you're ready for the road, let your friend them know. We're ready for the road.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And to the team, thank you. Wow, thank you very much. It's an incredible honor to be here. Hi, everybody. How's Hamilton doing? How you feeling? All right. Bonjour, Hamilton. Sego, Ani, Kedan, ke meu dosto, pyare mitro, ji aaya nu? I would like to begin by acknowledging the lands on which we're gathered today, traditional territories of the Haudenosaunee and the Anishinaabe. Merci d'être ici. Votre énergie m'inspire à chaque jour. We all know when you're trying to do something big, it's not achieved alone. It takes a team. On stage with me right now is just one part of our cross-country team. And I want to show them a lot of love and a lot of gratitude for all their incredible work, friends and colleagues and supporters. And like all the other candidates know, all of us had tremendous teams that have built up an incredible movement. So let's take a moment now to show all of the teams some love. Let's give them a collective round of applause, all the wonderful teams. Thank you. Throughout our campaign, I've been connecting with more and more Canadians looking for a political voice. And I'm bringing them home to our party, the NDP. New Democrats owe it to Canadians to form government. That's the only way we can make the progress that's needed on climate change, inequality, and reconciliation. That's why I'm running. We're bringing new members, new voters, new volunteers into our movement. We're organizing to win in 2019 so that we can finally have the social democratic government that Canada deserves. Il y a une soif au Canada et dans notre parti pour un nouveau leadership, pour une nouvelle direction rassembleuse, pour bâtir un Canada inclusif où chacun peut réaliser ses rêves. Et c'est pourquoi, mes amis, je suis fier de me présenter à la chefferie du NPD du Canada. Like so many, my parents immigrated to Canada to build a better life. That meant I had the incredible honor of growing up in great communities across Canada. I was born in Scarborough, Ontario. Shout out to Scarborough and Toronto. And I was raised in both St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, as well as the vibrant working class city of Windsor, Ontario. As a child, my mother taught me we are all connected. That when one of us is suffering, all are suffering. We are all suffering. She taught me that if we lift up people around us, we all rise together. This principle is what drives me to fight against inequality, to build a more just society. To do this, we must tackle 4 major issues. Inequality, especially income inequality, pay inequity, and housing affordability. Climate change, absolutely. Climate change, reconciliation, and electoral reform. These are issues important. And not just any electoral reform, proportional representation with mixed membership. Mes parents ont grandi dans un pays qui ne respectait pas les droits des minorités et j'ai vu l'impact de cette expérience dans leur vie. Ils ont appris à avoir honte de parler leur langue, mais ils ont été fiers malgré tout. Et j'ai appris le lien entre la langue et la culture. J'ai découvert que les francophones au Canada, et en particulier les Québécois, ont fait face à des pressions similaires en lien avec leur langue et leur identité. Ça m'a blessé que l'expérience de mes parents s'est passée dans mon propre pays. C'est à ce moment-là que je me suis engagé à apprendre le français, comme geste de solidarité avec les francophones à travers le Canada et au peuple québécois. I've shared a lot of stories with New Democrats around the country, but one story I haven't shared is something that my family and I experienced. While I was in university, my father became very ill. Both my parents were unable to work and my dad needed support. As a family, we had to figure out how to pay the bills, put food on the table, find the money for our university tuitions, and keep a roof over our heads. As the oldest of 3 siblings, I felt a responsibility to step up and provide support. So in my 20s, I became the sole income earner for my family. I took on 3 retail jobs at once, selling jeans, shoes, and clothing. I also took in my youngest sibling, my brother Jagmeet Singh. I became his surrogate parent. I made his meals, bought his clothes, sent him to school, and even attended parent-teacher meetings. We continued this way until my father was thankfully back on his feet many years later. We were lucky to find our way out of this precarious situation, but many people don't. Many people have faced far more difficult struggles and continue to face those struggles today. I just caught a little glimpse of the pressure they feel. The weight of living paycheck to paycheck, knowing the consequences of falling short, letting your family down, and losing the basics, like shelter, food, and education. That's why when Justin Trudeau tells people to just get used to insecure employment, it offends me. Maybe, if you look at employment as a hobby, you can just get used to unstable work. But if your work means the difference between putting food on the table or a roof over the head of your family, then job insecurity is unacceptable. I've seen the immense burden and stress precarious employment puts on families in my riding and across Canada. That's why the first 2 policies I introduced in this leadership race were my Better Work agenda and my income security agenda. They tackle inequality by protecting workers from being exploited under insecure employment, and they ensure that we have basic income guarantees to support those who are most vulnerable in our society. So growing up with brown skin, long hair, and a funny sounding name meant I faced some challenges growing up. I've been stopped by the police for no other reason than the color of my skin. That experience continued even as a law student and as a lawyer. It makes you feel like you don't belong. It makes you feel like there's something wrong with you for just being you. And that's why I built on the incredible work of activists across Canada, and as deputy leader of Ontario's NDP, brought forward a motion calling for the end to the discriminatory police practice of carding. Thank you. My motion passed, and now I want to see the day when no one in Canada is ever arbitrarily stopped by the police. As Prime Minister, I will enact a federal ban on racial profiling to end it once and for all. My own experiences with racial injustice and economic difficulty are part of what drives me to work to end all forms of injustice, whether it's social, environmental, or economic. Je l'ai déjà dit, je ne suis pas ici pour vous convaincre d'accepter mon turban ni ma barbe. Par contre, je veux vous convaincre que je suis quelqu'un qui partage les mêmes valeurs que vous. Je suis un social-démocrate et un progressiste qui croit qu'il faut se battre pour les droits de chacun et contre les inégalités. Ce sont mes valeurs fondamentales qui m'ont amené à lutter pour les droits des femmes, pour les droits de la communauté LGBTQ. Je crois aux programmes sociaux universels administrés par le secteur public. Je crois fermement à la séparation de la religion et de l'État. Je peux vous assurer que mes croyances spirituelles ne sont aucunement en conflit avec mes valeurs social-démocrates et progressistes. So, recently, my team and I were, I'm sure you've all seen this or heard about this, were confronted at a campaign event with angry, hateful, and Islamophobic comments. After seeing the video of this event, many people tried to come to my defense by clarifying that I'm Sikh, not Muslim. While I appreciate what they tried to do, my response to Islamophobia has never been, I'm not Muslim. It has always been and will always be that hate is wrong. Because once allowed to grow, hate doesn't pick and choose. Hate is like a fire. Once we say it's okay to hate someone based on their religion, we're opening up the door to hate someone based on their race, their gender, their sexuality, and more. That's why it's so important that we stand united against all forms of hate. And that's why we've been championing a politics of love to fight the growing politics of hate, a politics of courage to fight the politics of fear. This leadership race is about who will get us ready for 2019. Our team has already started by recruiting 47,000 new members. Thousands of members in liberal-held ridings laying the ground to take on Trudeau. Here, in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area, 50 of 59 seats are held by Liberals. This is where our team recruited 25,000 new Democrats, making our path to victory clear. Now just think about what we've been able to do in just a few short months. Now imagine what we can build together in 2 years. Imaginez ce qu'on pourrait faire de plus ensemble. One of the most important things that my mom taught me is this concept of Chardi Kala. It literally means rising spirits. It means hope in the face of adversity. It means not backing down even when it looks hard, even when it looks impossible, because it's not. C'est ce que Jacques et Tom ont montré au Québec. Ils ont percé malgré que tout le monde disait qu'ils ne pouvaient pas. Et maintenant, Guy Caron continue sur ce chemin en s'assurant que la voix du caucus québécois dans cette course à la chefferie soit forte. Merci. My team in Brampton proved it when they told us we couldn't win in the suburbs, and we did. We proved it, all of us. We proved it together in Alberta, and in British Columbia when we were told we'd never win government, but Rachel Notley and John Horgan proved them that we did and we can. We've also been told that the NDP will never form federal government. But together, we will, my friends. We will. Friends, New Democrats, I invite you all to join me in a campaign to win in 2019. It takes an act of love to realize that we're all in this together, and an act of courage to demand better, to dream bigger, and to fight for a more just and inclusive world. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.